I like me some giant monster movies, so how about Dragon Wars D-War? Yeah, Dragon Wars D-War. This is a movie from 2007, an American, I believe, Korean joint project. South Korean, that is. Gotta get that part right. So basically what you're gonna get in this movie is you get like giant snakes. And they're giant serpents that want to transform into dragons. And there's like a dragon army, a prophecy, and some legendary Korean or Oriental dragons. There's like a magic amulet. There's the wise old master played by some American guy. It's pretty complex. Let me just say that. And I like that about it. It's very imaginative, very good story crafting here. It's a little cliche, but it's not a huge budget in this movie. I think a lot of that budget actually went into the special effects, because the special effects are pretty good here. This isn't Lord of the Rings quite quality, but there's scenes in there that look to me to be just about as good as like what you saw in, I don't know, The Phantom Menace. I didn't have a problem with the special effects at all. I thought everything was really neat. Personally, I could have used a little bit more dragon destruction or giant monster attacks and things like that. And it's pretty satisfying. The human characters are kind of a little bit stupid. Who cares? The acting is not great in here. There's really nobody in here that I knew except for Craig Robinson. Now, Craig Robinson, I think, is hilarious, this guy. But his role in this movie is actually strangely serious. He's still the same, charismatic guy and everything, but he doesn't get, like, a lot of funny jokes to say or anything like that. But I'm okay with that. The movie's better for him being in it. Also in here is Elizabeth Pena, who is an actress that I really only know from Jacob's Ladder. Played Jake's girlfriend in Jacob's Ladder. She's actually kind of barely in this, but she gets cast fairly high up in the list. So the plot is this. There's two ancient snake, giant serpent beings that both have to compete to ascend to the form of dragon. And only one of them can do it. One is evil, one is good. And the good one is like nowhere to be found. And it's only this one guy with a magic amulet can find it. And there has to be this girl who I think gets sacrificed or something. Or in the end there's a way around that or something. I don't know. There's some kind of workaround because the good guys live in the end and the good dragon becomes, or the good snake becomes the good dragon. And it's pretty epic. There's some really weird out of place scenes in here though. This girl who's like this legendary reincarnation of this girl that's supposed to be sacrificed or something. She keeps having these like psychic episodes and she's like levitating and there's flashing lights going off and everything, and then boom, giant fucking snake bursts through the wall. It's kind of a crazy movie. It's pretty fast paced. Like I said, acting wise it's not great, but it's not terrible. It's kind of a bunch of cliches in there, but there's some neat stuff to look at. Like, first of all, you get them giant snakes, which is pretty awesome. See them like eating like the military and like crushing cars and climbing buildings and stuff. And then you get like this dragon army that has like big dinosaurs and they have like cannons on the back and stuff, just like in Phantom Menace. And then there's other like raptors, but they're like raptors with wings. So you get like dragon raptors, Drago raptors. Very, very evil, very cheesy bad guys in this, like human-ish characters. It's kind of fun. It really is. I mean, I liked this movie. I wouldn't say I loved it. I wouldn't call it one of my favorite kaiju movies or anything like that, but I think it definitely fits in that category. I, for one, would love to see these giant snakes attacking Godzilla. Wouldn't that be fun? Who cares what the story is? Yeah, I didn't know much about this movie going into it. I'd heard that it's not as bad as you would think. I was kind of hoping it wasn't going to be boring, and it wasn't boring, but it was a little confusing. The pace of it kept it going along pretty well. I got my giant monster kicks out of this. It has all the action scenes that I would expect in a movie like this. Of course, it's got the stuck-in romance thing and whatever. But it all worked out to be a pretty entertaining watch. So I'm going to go ahead and give D-War, or Dragon Wars, or Dragon Wars / D-War a B-. Anyway, D-War is a good time if you like giant monsters, giant snakes specifically, and if you don't mind a little bit of, cheesy, contrived, cliched storylines, and you'll be okay with this. So I gave it a B-. Dragon Wars is a welcome addition to my monster movie collection. Probably go back and watch this again sometime. I don't know when, eventually. So until next time, have a good one out there, everybody.